Sue O'Connell, our NBC10 political commentator. She's joining us now.
So there are phones. He could have made a phone call from the White House. He didn't have to go to Capitol Hill. So what does that represent to you that he went and showed up in person?
Yeah, it means the bill's in trouble, and here's why. Look, we have a Republican president, a House controlled by the Republican, the Senate controlled by the Republicans, but yet Trump has signed only 5 bills into law since his inauguration. That's the fewest number of bills signed by a president in their first 100 days since probably the 1950s. And that's one measure of success of a president. How much legislation does he pass? So Trump obviously not doing so good on that front. And this bill, if passed, has so much in it that it would be a historic success, so it's very important to him.
So what's behind his desire to do it all together, this sort of one big, beautiful bill idea? Why not filter some of these concerns into their own simplified legislation? Surely that would be easier to pass.
Yeah, except there's 3 things that we know about Donald Trump. He's not very good at passing legislation, just talked about that. He enjoys the negotiations, right? And he likes these bigger-than-life spectacles. So breaking the legislation into smaller pieces, that plays into his weakness because he'd have to get them passed by Congress, and he's not good at that. Bundling everything together gives him more negotiating leverage because lawmakers who want specific parts are going to need to support the whole package to get what they want. And, of course, if it passes around July 4th, right, it would be a big spectacle for his big July 4th parade.
Sue, what about Medicaid? Because that's been in the crosshairs for a while now, and it seems like that is a very precarious line to walk.
Yeah, because both red states, white states, blue states, green states, everybody in America is dependent on this in one way or another. And this big, beautiful bill includes some major Medicaid changes that are going to be a tough political tightrope to walk. Republicans, they're walking this thin line. They're claiming that they're just tackling waste and fraud. But the Congressional Budget Office estimates these changes, if they went through, would increase the number of uninsured Americans by at least 7.6 million over the next 10 years. And that's why vulnerable Republicans, those who are in swing states, are hesitant to bank it.
NBC 10 political commentator Sue O'Connell, thank you.
You're welcome.